Hey there guys, my name is Double-Anon.
Noble 684.
Welcome back to more Doki Doki Literature Club.
Literature.
There we go. I finally said the word right. That's the only time I'm ever going to say the word literature right. That's how I say literature. Inventory. Inventory is inventory. Anyway, we're here to write a poem and win over the heart of little Miss Quiet over here.
Yuri.
I know.
His hair is almost as long as she is.
Right? She's like Rapunzel. Rapunzel, let down your voluminous locks. Anyway, anxiety. Intellectual.
You're doing good so far.
Entropy? What's that mean?
Like death, decay.
Oh.
There you go.
Agonizing.
Jeez, you're on a roll.
Ambient. Despise.
The other girls,
Doki!
the other girls are gonna look at this and be like, what am I reading?
Okay, I have to...
And Yuri's gonna be like, this is the best poem ever.
Here's a new rule. Every time I see the words Doki Doki, you have to choose it.
Alright.
Doki Doki!
Natsuki likes that, like that one.
Mm-hmm.
She likes cutesy things.
Imagination.
Natsuki likes the cutesy things.
Tenacious. Unrequited. Oh, nope, that's the wrong one.
That was Sayori.
Depression. No, that's also Sayori.
The Sayori
I've seen some things since recording the last episode. I didn't want to see some things. I don't want Sayori now, that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, you know, that ruins half the fun.
I didn't see a lot. I'm not gonna say what I saw. Anyway, contamination. It's like a determination, but disoriented. I thought that said aforementioned. After image. Frightening. Broken. Oh.
Oh.
It's bouncy. Horror.
You don't have to yell it. I'm right next to you. Horror!
I will boop your snoot.
Oh no, I'm so scared.
Death.
Hi.
Sayori, no. Eternity. Special. Massacre.
Let's end on a happy note. Let's end on chocolate. Or ribbon. Let's end this depressing poem on a happy note.
There was a little bit of Doki Doki in there, and then there's chocolate. Another day. That's you.
Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, butt stuff.
Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. It's a pretty simple thing to say to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always a simple thing to do anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down, lets the contents spill on the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out.
She wanted us to buy her a snack.
Indeed. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So, either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always.
I wasn't listening or anything.
Liar!
It was just something in my book.
Liar!
Yuri! Tell Butt Stuff to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't have much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
Viva Revolution!
Retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori.
That.
I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there?
Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing.
Dun dun dun.
After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori.
Pop.
Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Oh, what was? A cookie.
It's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid for my restitution. Retribution.
That's me.
Oh,
Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie.
I love me some cookie. But they did say it was a giant cookie.
Big cookie.
It's big enough to fit in her arms like
big enough
this.
To smack her hard in the face.
Make a big good old plap sound.
Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
Eat it. So good.
Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. So I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes to sit behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
Scoot. Jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in her hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
You little... Hey! Did you just seriously just do that?
Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori?
Natsuki glances around. Monica is in the club room.
Dun dun dun. Ugh! Where is Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think that she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true.
Nope.
Excuse me?
Suddenly the door swings open.
Swing! Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't, really. I kind of just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica.
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay!
That sounds cool. I also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, butt stuff.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, not really. Just leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone is already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie.
Nom 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 nom
Nom.
nom.
Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet.
She's in the closet. She needs to get out.
She's getting her manga. Hey, Yuri!
Huh?
I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No. I was kind of just waiting for you.
If that's the case, we'll go ahead and get started.
Yes, let's.
Actually, I have... Oh, that's you, never mind.
Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow her and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms.
So she's clumsy.
Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
Yeah, why not? Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. Shall we go then?
Yeah. They're always kind of blushing.
Where are you two off to?
Eh?
You're just gonna make some tea, so...
I suddenly realize how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filtering the water. We're just filling the water pitcher.
Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it?
That's...
Monica, please mind your own business for once.
Oof!
Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve butt stuff in club activities? Do tell about the butt stuff in our club activity.
Tea with butt stuff.
Yeah.
Oof. My mouth gapes.
I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, butt stuff.
Very quickly exits the room and I follow.
Oh boy.
Oh. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall.
I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that?
Yuri.
Something about the way she said that, it made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me?
No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that.
Butt stuff. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me?
Because nothing that you do as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. I swear. We're just gonna be left at because.
I know,
like,
right?
6-year-old. Why'd you do that? Because. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane.
Same though. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that?
Friend, you say?
Yuri lifts her head.
But stuff. I really like being friends with you.
Uh-huh. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that.
I want to do butt stuff with you, butt stuff.
But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway.
Yeah. Shall we go?
Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. As we fill up the pitcher, we return to the classroom.
Butt stuff, do you like oolong tea?
Yeah. Anything is fine.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature in the kettle to 200 degrees.
Now, is this Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Just 200 degrees.
Or is it Kelvin? Because
If we're in Japan, it's probably Celsius.
probably.
It's time to get the teapot.
It's way above boiling. It's like 100 degrees above boiling.
Then maybe it's Fahrenheit. Who knows?
Let's get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything.
In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway.
Ah. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, butt stuff. It's very endearing. Butt stuff is
That's-
endearing.
Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Butt stuff, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Yeah? Why's that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Ah, sorry. I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Same.
Same. Is that so? I wonder why that is.
Big boobs! It's mostly because of my
Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Good save. Or it could just be a save.
Yes! I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair. Oh, that's
Fair
you.
enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolates as well. It's a bag of chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with tea. Here I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
Ooh.
So scandalous.
Blark chicka Hong Kong.
Can't see too well.
I can't see too well.
Yuri slides closer until her shoulders are touching.
I love that expression. She's like, ooh.
How am I supposed to focus on reading like this?
Her boobs are touching me.
Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. Or has she? She wears her intense reading expression. I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. Put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Eh? Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, it might get smudges on the pages.
Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course. Nice drawing.
Yee. Yuri opens the book with both hands.
Particle effects.
Yee.
Nice.
She holds it so I don't have any hard of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg.
Oh, baby.
So scandalous. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate
And pop it into her mouth.
and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in.
That's adorable!
Close her lips over it.
Eh?
Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
It's gone.
She ate it.
Butt stuff.
Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that.
Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do. So much blushy, right?
I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was.
Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything.
Don't stop.
This is getting too innuendous.
That's the point.
He put something.
It started with the boobs.
He put something in her mouth, and she told him not to stop.
That's probably because of your reading posture. Nice save. I see. The situation has gotten really tense.
So intense.
Yuri tries to return to the book.
It's like we're camping. It's intense.
It's intense.
I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. I can totally English. And my heart is pounding.
Boom, 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 boom.
I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breasts.
Breaths, not breasts.
Her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Oh!
Okay, everyone.
Ah! Yuri jolts back.
It's time to share poems. Butt stuff, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thanks.
God damn it, Monica, you blue ballser. The spell is abruptly broken.
I'll take care of the cups.
Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up not so much as a word between us.
I get the feeling this is something neither of us had the courage to bring up.
Down the list again.
Alright. Oh, I like this one, butt stuff. It has some nice feelings in it.
Ah,
Like-
I'm glad.
Death.
Depression. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's?
Or, let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both.
That's not very helpful, you know.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works.
Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
Aw, you wanted to write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Truth.
Eh? Just that expression.
Ooh!
She's like looking off. She's like, eh?
Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in
Now
mind.
she's like deep in thought. She's like,
Ooh.
well, whatever.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Well, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, butt stuff. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottom on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't seem like time's elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head.
Let's see.
Something about I want to...
depression medication?
Possibly?
Some sort of medication?
I was thinking it was like she's storing up all her happiness to give to her friends. So it's
Maybe.
like, it's kind of like as long as my friends are happy.
Maybe.
Which I can sympathize with.
Holy crap. I just love it. Just holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've got pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Next up is Natsuki, our little tsundere.
I like your last one better.
Eh? Really?
Well, yeah, I can tell you a little more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat.
That may be true, but I just want to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out.
I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add some more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri is head over heels for this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so hard at all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess
that's one way to look at it.
Well, everyone has their own opinion. But my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words, but she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has lots of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. One of her friends started to like spiders too. That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone.
I see. So what you're saying is, you're a bitch.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Stop your yawning.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Since you can explain Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone who would agree with the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course. It's about everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Sometimes something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of people can too.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it.
Next up is Yuri.
Yuri senpai. Let's see what you've written for today.
Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
That stuff. This one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly?
I watched the little bouncing figures, and I kept hitting words that made yours bounce.
Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why. You did a really good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Knees weak, arms heavy.
Bomb spaghetti.
I'm not used to this.
I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her.
Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writings, just makes me really happy.
Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that? Okay, Yuri.
Again, Yuri nods.
I don't know why I'm so tired right now. Huh? Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why.
She ain't got no friends.
She's got this club. Her club is her friends.
Yeah, Natsuki made fun of her poems yesterday.
She's just being a little tsundere bitch. Anyway, do you want to share your poem? You want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious, well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. Yuri, stop writing in freaking cursive. It's hard for me to read. I have a hard enough time reading anyway. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon seems excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic pavilion conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again.
See?
What?
I got nothing for that one.
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
Same.
At least we're not alone.
That's right. And it's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
I know. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think...
Oops, my bad. My bad. Go.
I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself.
So today's all about unusual hobbies and breastises.
Apparently. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Huh, that's funny.
Stop shifting.
I'm trying to stretch.
Stand up then if you need to stretch.
Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest?
She did.
Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anyone.
She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way?
Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common.
That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that.
Don't worry, I have no reason to.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're really good. You're good at a lot of things.
Like butt stuff?
Writing, listening.
Butt stuff?
There really aren't many people like you, butt stuff.
That's exaggerating a little bit.
It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that.
It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear.
Yay!
Now we have Monica.
Monica. Hi again, butt stuff. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
These girls, their voices change constantly. Help.
It's okay.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
Alright. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering about how you've been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style.
I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented.
Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's a totally different person when she picks up a pen.
I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her.
Oh my.
It's the only thing that gets turned on inside her.
Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers?
I hope you don't mean that in a bad way.
No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that? You must be pretty into her.
Eh? You completely misunderstood.
Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend.
Wait, really?
Yeah, a fictional one anyway.
Mike kind of whispers that last part to me.
A fictional one anyway. It's kind of a hunch, but, well, there's
nothing really wrong with that.
Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look.
Save me. The music changed slightly. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. I'm very surprised I said the word cacophony right on the first try.
It's like a Pokemon. Cacophony.
The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. We're in math class suddenly, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. What?
Save me, load me.
Oh, okay.
It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
It's talking about how she wants to murder everyone.
Oh, that's you.
I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just a kind of... I can't read this right now.
It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
Thank you.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So, putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Hint, hint, something's gonna happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? I'm in a video game. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
I am becoming self-aware.
Okay, everyone. we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit down at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Oh god, the voices were too similar there. Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't even tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring the poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poem out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself.
Oh my.
Being intimate with butt stuff.
That'd be quite the performance.
Finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And those are the reasons we're all in this club today. It kind of looks like she's poking Natsuki in the eye. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place?
A wise man once said, nope.
I know you do. I know we all do.
That's it, I'm getting me mallet.
And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
So she basically just used wordplay to trick them into going to be reciting these poems.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent.
Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree! I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Nice voice crack.
I'm sorry, it happens.
Well, maybe, but...
Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club seriously is going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reading them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how would you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see.
Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She
and stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is this simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. 4 of us applaud.
Golf claps.
Monica takes a breath and smiles.
Sniffles. That was so good, Monica. Ah!
My own poem was so beautiful.
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Ah! Yuri's fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium.
This poem is called...
Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, I can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort?
She will not be outdone.
Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure as she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be the rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality and glances around as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds her poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Looks like Yuri's down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks up to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice is made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori. Sayori's. It's sincere and bitter. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
Clap, 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 clap. Or, tap the desk. I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Good job, Sayori! Even Butt Stuff liked it.
Butt Stuff likes you.
I guess that's...
As long as you like butt stuff.
I guess it's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nice. But it might be that other poems won't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours that were where that sort of gentle delivery won't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just kind of embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay!
Okay. Now,
Now, who's next? Natsuki? Hm. Don't make me go before butt stuff. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let butt stuff lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it. Wow.
You're a mean little bitch.
Natsuki.
It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward.
Shortest to tallest.
Yeah. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway.
I live for the applause.
I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. If that's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
This poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Jump!
Jump!
Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds.
Clap, 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 clap.
She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Oh, well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is. So, well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time while you'll be reciting.
Jeez. Should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Spin!
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this.
Alright. Stand up. Well, I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica. And I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. What makes such a big deal out of it?
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, butt stuff. You don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already. Walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. Today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Hmm? Sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I feel awful turning her down, so...
Offer?
Awful.
Isn't she so beautiful and smart?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
You admitted it.
Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen.
Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know?
Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing these things in your head right now.
Sorry.
Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward.
Awkward.
It's kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay.
Alrighty, that'll do it for this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. My name is Double-Anon.
And Noble 684.
And we'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys!